Hello and welcome back to ESL and Eyeshadow with me, Beth. Today we're going to be continuing our tense series and we're going to be looking at the past perfect, simple and continuous. Now, most people get really scared when they hear perfect simple or perfect continuous, but there's really no need to be. They're actually quite easy to use because they have a set formula. So once you understand that formula and that use, it's easy to know how to use them. They're actually easier than the present because there's less forms and less uses. So let's start by looking at the present perfect simple. We form the present perfect simple by using had in either the affirmative, the negative, or the interrogative. So had, hadn't, or had. And the past participle, so the third form of the verb. Now, the main use for the past perfect simple is for narrative reasons. It's to sequence the past. So if you're telling a story, you don't constantly have to use the past simple. First I did this, then I did that, then we did this, next we did that. It gets a little boring. So in order to tell a better story, we have the past perfect simple. So if the past simple on its own is used to tell a narrative, how do we use the past perfect simple to tell a narrative? Well, the easiest way to describe this is the past simple on its own is used to describe the most recent past situation, and the past perfect simple is the most distant past situation. For example, I had already bought my computer when I saw it was cheaper in another store. So here we would be using had seen in a different store to show the most distant past, and we would be using saw, the simple past, saw it was cheaper, as the simple past. Now this shows us that we had done something before in the distant past using the past perfect simple, and the most recent action is the past simple. It's that simple. Usually we would use the past perfect simple to talk about situations and states in the past. For example, we had lived next door to the man for a long time before he moved. So again, this is showing a state in the past for an indeterminate length before another past action happened. Now, notice here I said indeterminate length. That's because when we use the past perfect simple, we are focusing solely on the action, on the past action and what happened. When we want to focus on how long something happened for, we bring in the past perfect continuous. When we use the past perfect continuous, we're using it to show a duration of a past event. So here we're focusing on how long something happened. And this is the key way to tell the difference between the past perfect simple, the past simple, and the past perfect continuous. So, for example, we form the past perfect continuous with the correct form of had, so either in the positive, the negative, or the interrogative, plus been, and then a verb in its continuous form. So, for example, I had been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild for 2 hours before my husband took the Switch away from me. So here we're showing two events in the past. 1, playing the Switch. 2, my husband taking away the Switch from me. We're putting them in order, so I'm using the past perfect continuous to show what the last, most distant past action was, and its duration had been playing for 2 hours. And then I'm showing the second, more recent past action. But because I'm focusing on the duration, I'm using a time expression. So for 2 hours, since 3 o'clock. When you are looking at the difference between past perfect simple and past perfect continuous, simply ask yourself, am I focusing on the action or on how long the action has been taking place? And if it's the duration of the action, use the past perfect continuous. If it's the action, use the past perfect simple. And whether or not you should use the past perfect simple or simply the past simple, just look at when the action occurred. Was it the most recent action? Past simple. Was it a more distant past action? Past perfect simple. Are we talking about the duration of a past action? Past perfect continuous. And that's really all there is to it. I hope this video has helped you today. If you've got any questions at all, please do feel free to leave them in the comments section below and I will get back to you. And if there are any grammar or vocabulary or even exam tips that you'd like, please just let me know and I will happily create a video about it for you. Tune in next Tuesday for another ESL tips and tricks video, where next week we will be focusing on the future perfect, simple and continuous. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.